Why is it doubtful most treasured sites in Christianity?
Because I do believe it's something proof for an unknown universe. UFO in the form of a bright light descending over the dome of the rock of Jerusalem.
There it is. You can't get the camera working either when these things go down. Hey, all right, we're here. Don't worry about a thing. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. Glad you can make it. And we are going to be talking about your life today. Your dreaming life. Excuse me, one moment. Excuse me. We got everybody here. Glad you can make it. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, and then when I get connected, the last thing is the microphone. That's why you had the double intro. You just can't get things working sometimes, especially when you fall asleep. It's been one of those days. Yeah, same thing happened to the earlier show. We had 5 people. All right, here we go. Appreciate you guys hanging out. This is your life today, right? Some days are just better than the others. I wasn't even going to do a Friday show tonight because it's Friday, and Friday's a very, very bad day for Goof On usually. Yep, I was going to do a vertical stream to see what would happen. You can do vertical and you can do both at the same time. I just don't know how to do it. I have to actually use YouTube. I may try just using YouTube's studio instead. See what happens. I wouldn't be able to post stuff up on the screen, like, hey, Jeanette. Paul is here, Glenn's here. I wouldn't be able to put your names up on the screen, but what are we here for? Are we here for that? Are we here for that? Or are we here to be... I don't know what we're here for anymore. Got some sightings. Let me show you some of these. Some of these were from... I don't know. I don't think I showed these on yesterday's show. Look at this. Is it real? Did I show this? I don't remember showing it.
Okay. This is This is unbelievable. I'm standing here right next to the Great Pyramid of Giza, just outside Cairo, and there's literally a UFO circling right over the top of the pyramid right now. Look.
You know why it's fake? Do you see it? This. And this. And this. I think that's an effect they put in there to make it look real.
Look at that. It's moving slowly.
I'm telling you.
It's like it's scanning the structure or something. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's definitely not a helicopter or a drone. It's completely silent except for that weird humming noise. It's hovering directly above the pyramids right now. Almost like it knows exactly
Look at all the trails.
what it's doing. I swear this feels unreal. This is like history, guys. You're seeing exactly what I'm saying.
Right. Right, I'm not going to zoom in and show you it's a kite or something. It's very windy out, have you noticed? Not a kite, but probably a drone. That's the humming noise. Hey, Nathan. Oh, look how it tilted. It's got to be a kite. Yeah, I don't like that. Of course. And he didn't give a description. He didn't say, it looks like a bird. It's got something coming, a protrusion. Looks like a snake with wings. Nothing. It's like Rose Cuckold is there doing that report. You know, there's somebody told me there's something up there, but I quite can't see it exactly. I want to describe it, but I can't. It's very hard to determine an Australian accent. I mean, I can hear it. It's just hard to do it. Australian and British. The British leave out letters. We've already talked about that. Yes, everybody's seen the bottle of water. You guys, I know you believe in dreams because they happen. So, do we believe in time travel? I guess it's possible. But nobody's doing it because it takes a lot of power. I don't believe... look. Okay, time travel can happen. The problem I have with time travel is the fact that, let's say you want to go back in time. You can tell where the Earth has been, because you know the Earth is what? Isn't it moving through the galaxy or the solar system at 66,000 miles an hour? Something like that. Spinning at 1,000, everything's in perpetual motion, allegedly. If you're going to go back in time, don't you have to calculate where the Earth is going to be, let's say 42,617 days or years in the past? You got to land back on Earth, yeah? How does it know? How do you know? Who's doing the math? And how do you know they're right? If they're off by a decimal point, you're dead. Dead. Yeah. This is why I have a problem with it. You want to go forward into the future. Let's go 1,000 years in the... Where's the Earth gonna be? Yeah, that's what I thought. Not easy. But time travel, oh yeah, it can happen. That's what they say. But successfully? That's the word they should put in front of it. Can we or behind it, can we successfully time travel? Can we time travel successfully? I know, but somebody called into this show and talked about being a time traveler.
Sure. But I mean, even before you tell it, I can tell
Art
you
Bell.
You don't have long to live.
Well, that's kind of the gist of the story. I'm in my 50s. My daughter is in her 20s. She has no children. I have no grandchildren. One of my hobbies, I have a little fleet of kind of vintage motorcycles and classic cars, all in various states of disrepair that I drive around during the summer. I always told her, look, when I'm gone, you can do anything you want with these cars and motorcycles. The only thing is I've got this 1931 Model A that's been in the family since the 50s. My dad and I restored it. Please keep that. And then I've got this little Honda 1972 Honda XL250 that was my first big motorcycle, and it is just like in showroom condition. So those are the only two that that I'd like to see stay in the family.
Yes.
So during the summer, I like to get up early and before I go into the office, and I'll stop in at Starbucks for a cup of coffee and get ready for the day. Usually, so second week of August, I think it was the Wednesday, the 12th. I am sitting at Starbucks having a cup of coffee. I'd ridden my little Honda 250 down in that morning, and a fellow comes in and he says, "Hey, whose little Honda is that outside?" And I said, "Hey, it's mine." And he said, "Hey, I've got one, that's just like that." And so he comes over to the table and he stands there and we chat for a few minutes. You know how sometimes you just run into somebody and you just have this rapport with them. And this guy looked like he was maybe in his late 20s, early 30s. And we talked about cars and motorcycles. And in this short conversation we had, he also mentioned, he said, "My grandfather left me a Model A and this bike." And I said, "Oh, that's that's a coincidence because I've got a Model A as well." And I'm thinking, God, I had to get to know this
Guy of my soul brother. Yeah.
Somebody that that gets their hands greasy on these vehicles together.
Yes.
So we talked for a few minutes. I was going to go get a refill, and my cup
Yes.
is empty. So I stand up on the side table and I said, "Hey, can I get you a cup of coffee?" Because he hadn't gone to get one. And he said, "No." He said, "I don't have much time." He said, I really need to be going." He said, "But I need to tell you something." He said, "And I know this is going to sound crazy, and I can't tell you how I know." He started to get all serious, looking right in my eyes, and his tears started to well up in his eyes. And he says, "Do not go to Alaska in October." And I probably go. I'm a geologist. I go work all over the western U.S. and I go to Alaska 5, 6, 7 times a year. Didn't have a trip planned, but and I kind of laughed. And he said, "I can't tell you how I know this, but I just need to tell you, do not go." And and tears were in his eyes, and he reached out and grabbed around me and gave me a big hug.
What's up, V-Man?
And he whispered something while he was hugging me, and I was so kind of taken aback. And you know how sometimes when you hear something and it takes a little while I didn't understand what he said. And he let go of me and said, "Remember that." And he turned and strode towards the door, and I saw him go out the door and past the windows. And I sat there for about 10 seconds processing, what did he say? And suddenly it came to me. He said, "Love you, Grandpa." And
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And so, and it's like I took off out the door and around the corner, and just as I rounded the door around the corner, I kind of saw this flash. And it was, it's like 6:45. It's early in the morning, and and it could have been like the sun glinting off a windshield or something. But when I came around the corner, there was no one there, and there weren't any cars.
Oh, that's the story. That's pretty wild. Don't go to Alaska. All that energy spent. And he tells him, don't go to Alaska. That's the time travel story. Oh, but all those other coincidences, sounds made up. There's a video out there that went viral about an alleged doppelganger. I even showed the video. It's a guy walking in the street where usually cars might park. It's nighttime. And he's kind of a big, burly, big guy. Maybe 50 something. And he's wearing a jacket, very specific looking fellow. As he's walking, another man who is wearing identical clothing and looks identical to the way he looks himself. The guy taps on his left shoulder. He turns around. The guy leaves the scene, keeps walking, and this big gate or something comes right at this guy, and he gets out of the way just in time. And you look at the video, and did somebody just, how'd that guy, the guy who taps him on the shoulder didn't even turn around. He just, bing, bing, kept on walking. The guy goes, wow, whoa. It was like that. The guy goes that way. The thing comes crashing in. He just got missed. I mean, that's weird. It could be a setup. It didn't look that way, but, it's hard to believe everything you see. Especially in dreams. Dreams are, and I talked about this the other day, extremely real for me, or yesterday. All these days run together. They're weird. Like every dream I have is real. It's actually happening. I don't have dreams that aren't real to me. And there are people out there who say, oh, yeah, I see in black and white, or I don't smell, or, I never see the people who I'm. You ever have that where you're in the dream? I just had one. You can't see the person, but you know it's that person. Yeah, it's like a vibe. See, that's kind of cool. Because, that might be a little hint as to what we can do when we're not in this world. Like we could sense, we're supposed to be able to be these wonderful beings that all of our senses have been deadened for some reason, right? Didn't the gods take away all of our senses, all 30 of them? You can only see, smell, taste, touch, and burn. What? Nothing. All right, let's get into ufology, I guess. Gillibrand. The question is, did she make it up? I want to hear this. I haven't listened to it on purpose. Ugh. What did I just see? Ugh.
There. And then the second guy, I think, was in Navy intelligence, and he said, well, I was in charge of looking at all the existing UAP programs, and I talked to everybody I could and found out what I could. And I talked to a bunch of people who said, not only do we have a program, but it's super secret, and we have dead aliens, and we have crashed aircraft. What? I don't know what this is. They will not tell me about it.
He didn't say we have dead aliens. The biologics, pilots. See, he was very careful on not saying. Nobody said alien. They all said biologics or the pilots. See what I mean? There's something wrong with what they're doing.
Cannot get to the bottom of it. I cannot get any data and information. So we don't know if it exists. We don't know if that's real. Those individuals will have to testify in front of the Aero office. So far, whistleblowers have been reluctant to testify to the Aero office because it's part of the Department of Defense. They're afraid of retaliation. They're afraid of lots of things that they cannot come forward. So we made sure in the Aero provisions that it has a whistleblower protection. We made sure that if you sign a non-disclosure agreement that you can come forward and share your testimony. But how many people saw Oppenheimer? Okay, so Oppenheimer is about developing the bomb during World War II. And all those scientists who worked on that project had to sign non-disclosure agreements. And what I've heard about those non-disclosure agreements is that because it was wartime, it had provisions that said, including if you disclose under penalty of death. And so the big worry is that people who sign non-disclosure agreements to work on any type of program for the military, that it had language in there that made them think that that was true. So there's a lot of fear. And so I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of it. I don't know if we'll ever get the information about special access programs that are need to know only, that Congress is not read in on. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I put a provision in the defense bill this year that said you can't fund any special access programs if you don't come through Congress. So that's one push. And then the other push is just trying to get these whistleblowers to talk to the guy who's head of Aero. who's very competent and very capable. The last way I'm going to try to find out is the way Aero is going to operate, because we keep seeing all these drones and weather balloons and spy balloons, is we're going to get better sensors. We're going to get better sensors on our aircraft, better sensors on our bases, better sensors at
We have better sensors.
So whatever's flying around them, we know whose they are, because they're most likely adversarial. They're most likely Chinese. They're most likely Iranian.
Wow. What?
Trying to get intelligence, trying to get data. They are, because they're most likely adversarial. They're most likely Chinese. They're most likely Iranian. Because they're most likely adversarial. They're most likely Chinese. They're most likely Iranian. Trying to get intelligence, trying to get data.
I've been telling you the whole... Did she just tell the truth by accident? Mm-hmm. You bet she did. You bet she did. And that's what I've been telling you guys all along. It's China. China, China, China. Now, I just found something even more special. What is this? What did somebody say here? Somebody made this?
Secret, and we have dead aliens, and we have crashed aircraft. What?
Oh, that's the part that they think is the real one?
Secret, and we have dead aliens, and we have crashed aircraft.
We have dead aliens and faster aircraft?
Crashed aircraft. Crashed aircraft. Crashed aircraft. Crashed aircraft.
That's so much fun. It's funny how I didn't think it was that part. I thought it was the other part. Yeah. It's the way you see things, right? Life is what you make of it. I gotta show you this. I don't think I showed this yesterday. I'm pretty sure I didn't. This is a hell of a sighting. It's really bizarre, actually. Now, yeah, can it be fake? Gotta look up here. I have one just like that. I've showed it on the show many times. The weird thing is, it's just sitting there hovering. Where's the rest of the footage? I want to see before. I want to see a little bit after. What is this? Just a mounted camera on a building? There's nothing. It looks like another country for sure. Definitely not Florida. Although maybe Florida in 100 years. Anyway, there you go. 50 different ways till Sunday to look at that. Probably real. Who knows? Who knows? Excuse me. Hold on a second. A hypersonic UFO collection. We were playing these videos. Let me show you this. I'll show you something different here. Take a look and tell me what you see. Wow. Huh. This. See, it's so hard to tell because it looks like a bug, but I don't know. Wow, no way. Oh my God, that's just like the drone footage. Come on, look at this. Do you know I had a very similar experience watching a thunderstorm here in Florida. And I had the video clip. I have a still image. It was like 5 seconds. I edited it down. And that 5 seconds is missing, and that 5 seconds shows the actual object coming out of the cloud, just like this. And all I now have is a still image. Let me see if I can pull it up. It might take me a long time because it's on my phone. And where's my phone? I thought I brought it in. I don't have my phone in here. I could have sworn I had my phone in here. That is bizarre. Okay, I'm freaking out. That is weird. But these might be ball lightning or UFOs. I don't know. But look at that. Yeah, I don't think that's a bug. I've captured the same thing. That's what's weird. Let's see if I can find it. It's from last summer. Actually, summer before that. Let's go here. Some good stuff in this, right? Some good sightings. All different ways, I guess. Some of those are just bizarre. Like how do you explain everything away? You just can't. Good stuff. Good channel. Janine. Yeah, I kept that from the other day, last week, whenever we watched. Some good stuff. I thought so. What do I know? Check this out. So, we deal with all kinds of people in this paranormal world. Everything from demons to time travelers to witches and people who can talk to aliens, people who have been on the moon and saw UFOs. But when it comes to being in your own home, sometimes somebody's got to tell you the truth. Family member, or maybe a YouTuber. Look at this.
Why are you the strongest witch in North America?
Because most people that identify with the...
Sorry, just doing this on Thursday at noon? It's a bit of a choice. Don't have like a job to go to or anything? Between realms, are we? It tracks.
Because most people that identify with the term witch have become experts in either white magic.
Ooh, that's the best one, right? I believe they call it the stock market.
Black magic.
Which kind of black magic are we talking about? Turning pig's feet into edible food, or like Glaucius Nagero? Bah, bah.
And then red magic, which is blood magic.
I think you're just in psychosis, and that's just a period.
Now, I'm an expert in all three of these things, which represent the triangle.
Don't use the triangle. It's structurally sound, unlike your family dynamic.
All three and you surrender those, then you get access to big magic.
Oh, the big magic! Oh, for the big girl and her big, big age. You got all that power and still couldn't find the power of love? Tragic.
When you understand all three, you can bend people to the will of the gods.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just BDSM and your dosage is off. You know what I mean? Like her chamber of secrets is just like a paddle and a pair of handcuffs, and her sorcerer's stone is whatever SSRI's hidden behind her bathroom mirror. Don't feel bad though, girlie. My local pharmacy had a paper up on the wall that said closed because of our pharmacist's mental health. The alchemist can't even get the dosage right. What chances do you have? But hey, maybe I'm wrong and you actually are a witch. In which case, can you conjure me up something to get Sharpie out of a couch?
I don't want to play the name of it. It's GFC. It's get. The name of the channel is Bar None, but he always says at the end, GFC, get effed lady parts, Kuntz. Get effed Kuntz, but it's like rhymes with bunt. Can't say those words anymore. Dreaming. Dreams are real. Yeah. I'm going to play you this video from a channel that is exclusive to dreams. I think you'll like it. If you don't, well, I tried. It's called Metaphysical. That's the name of it. And the name of this video is called Dreams Are Real. It's the highlighted video on the channel.
Can dreams predict the future? Are they glimpses into dimensions where information lives, and can we access it if we have the right tools? Are we able to realize we're in a dream and change what's happening, or even communicate with other people while in the dream state? Could we look back at past events, current ones happening now, or even events yet to come?
Every question
What
you
if
ever
I told
had.
you all of this was real? And dream ESP has been proven by neuroscientists, psychologists, dream researchers, spiritual meditators, and religious men alike. Would it change everything we think we know about how our bodies and the universe are connected? Let's dive into the matrix together as I bring you what I've found about lucid dreaming, prophetic dreams, dream research, the nature of the holographic universe, and more. Between ESP studies that'll blow your mind to the CIA's own documents to predictive dreams from Abraham Lincoln and the Lynyrd Skynyrd Band, you're about to find out why dreams may just be glimpses into something a whole lot deeper than you ever thought. Would it surprise you to hear that secret dream studies have been conducted since the 60s? Yeah, because researchers were basically super confused by reports from not just meditators, religious men, or occultists, but by regular people. Dreamers were able to gain information about a target without using normal sensory input or normal logic. Think about that for a minute. I mean, if you were a scientist who discovered that people were dreaming about true things they couldn't have known about, wouldn't you want to understand that better? I would. In fact, an analysis was done on 50 years of results from dream studies that had been conducted between 1966 and 2016. And researchers from Australia, the UK, and Italy concluded that dream content can be used to identify target materials correctly and more often than would be expected by chance.
What is that about? Are you serious? That can't be. But it is B. And it's proven. The question of whether dreams are connected to like a true reality. I mean, I think we get glimpses of reality, you know. Brian Yates in the chat room proposed that time travel originates from our consciousness, implying that dreams might be a way we navigate different temporal or conscious states. Very good one, Brian. Yeah. Tony mentioned that it took 15 years of consistent effort to gain dream control. suggesting that the dream state is a skill-based environment that can be mastered. Others, like Paris Diamonds, described vivid sensory experiences in dreams. I can't do this. I can't. I don't know how you do it. Seeing color, well, I do, but I can't move stuff. Paris Diamonds feeling the sun and flying, noting that these experiences feel as real as waking life. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel. That's exactly what I feel. But the scientific and spiritual theories, yeah, the conversation touched on the idea that our scientists might find that the way we perceive reality is not all, and that dreams should be a rip in time or a different state, humorously referred to as the 51st state. But yeah, Carl Jung, thank you, suggested that dreams connect us to a collective unconscious. I believe that. A layer of reality shared by all humans. Neuroscience generally views dreams as the brain's way of processing emotions, consolidating memories, and simulating reality to prepare for waking life. That's why you have to sleep every night. If you don't, your neurons, your neutrons, and all those neuroabilities, they start to get, it's why you lose your memory. It's why you're not fresh the next day after 2 cups of coffee. Occasionally, theoretical physics explores many world theories where some speculate that dreams could theoretically be a perception of alternate timelines, though this remains speculative. Yeah, I appreciate you guys chiming in. It's weird. It's weird. And I'm going to give you a little hint as to what just happened here. There's a new way to use the Gemini, and it connects to the show. So I typed in, "Are dreams connected to our true reality?" to see what it would bring up. And it grabbed what you guys said in the chat room that was relative to that comment, that question, which is why I was able to talk about, and I'm going to use this, which is why I was able to mention what you guys were talking about, because it brought it up for me, which I love. I think I'm going to start using that a lot. It made me look smart for once in my life, but we all know better. Pretty cool. That is cool. Yes, remote viewing, I see there. No, it's not that I don't believe in it. It's just, I know better than to just blindly believe the CIA. Okay? Even though there's a movie that the Cousins brothers made, and there's also The Men That Stare at Goats, that movie. It's true. The CIA believes that you can remote view, and they say they've done it successfully. Do you know why they say they have done that successfully? Because Russia says they've done it successfully. Just like we had to go land on the moon. Everything is a competition to be the best. Of course, the CIA. I don't know. I mean, I just don't blindly believe it. Can I repeat what? I don't know what you're asking me to repeat, bro. You have to tell me. Can you repeat this, Rich? There's like a little delay of 6 seconds, I believe. So I don't know. Oh, you mean repeat what I said? Well, I took it off the screen, so no. Can't repeat what I just said. But I'd like to. Thank you, Tony. Now we got AI watching everybody. That's right. That's who's doing the real watching. It's the GUFON AI. Goof on AI. Please. Let's do this. Yeah, let's try something different. Let's pull up that. No, that's music. Here we go. No. Oh, I shut it down. Thank you. Bring it back up. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to have some fun anyway. Gemini, thank you. Oh. Check this out. It's asking me now, what makes GoofOn unique? List Rich Giordano's experiences or explain GoofOn's mission. I'm going to list my experiences, see if it knows it. Here we go. I just heard a bell go off. Metalhead. Oh. Bro, tell me how to do it. I've tried. Been trying for 22 years. All the time. I try it. Thank you for the $5, Metalhead. Thank you. Yeah, a little bit of support helps. Thank you very much. I forgot I didn't mention it. We're running a little late. As you can see, it's only 40 minutes. Thank you, man. Want to open your mind. I don't know how to do it, maybe. Look, I shrank again. That's what she said. What? What was that? That's what I thought. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this hat is? It's Ripley's Believe It or Not. Yeah. That's why I was wearing it. It's the wrong hat. I'm not supposed to be wearing that hat with this shirt. I'll show you in a minute. Thank you, Metalhead. Appreciate you being a continuing supporter. I wish I could open up. I don't know. I meditate a lot. And it's why I'm so calm and cool and collected all the time. Yeah, thank you very much. I had a really weird experience. I don't want to talk about it, though. I don't want to talk about it. All right, what's this? Ooh, I almost read that. Come here. Yeah, I'm going to play this. It is amazing. What? We have become so flooded with UFOs and alien news over the last 10 years. You know, it just seems like even mainstream media doesn't want to get involved. We literally had, you heard me play what was Gillibrand said. We have aliens and all this, and nobody cared when Grush came live and said we've got aliens, biologics, I should say. And we've got Kravnet. No, the next day after he went live on all that stuff, nothing. Richie Gray? Who dis? $10. I hope everything goes well, guy. Well, thank you very much. Richie Gray. Do I know you, man? I feel bad. I don't remember. I know that it sounds very familiar. The name. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. We're trying. Living the dream, my man. Living a dream. Yeah, perfect for tonight's theme. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Richie Gray, everybody. I'd leave that up there, brother, but it got, when I play these videos, the closed caption pops up right there. See it? See it? Boop. Look how small it is. What?
I don't understand how that's not like the lead story in the news sometimes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And meanwhile, they're, arguing over, everything.
Yeah.
Everything else. Everything, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Can you believe what's going on with Turning Point USA? They found aliens.
I know.
They found alien bodies. Like if you ever wanted alien bodies, show me a body. That's an alien body.
Yeah.
At the very least, it's not us. So maybe it's from here and went extinct, Or maybe it's in the ocean.
Or the congressional testimony of like high level whistleblowers being like, we have these, whatever, this ship, whatever you want to call it, that we've, and then it's like in a congressional testimony, everyone's like, that's cool.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, everybody's like TikToking.
But it was funny.
Can you believe Nicki Minaj was on stage at the TPUSA?
It's crazy. It's really crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's not captivating people more.
Well, I think, people are in a trance. There's a giant percentage of our population that's in a trance. That should be the main news, other than the wars. That should be the main news today.
Well, hopefully they're in a trance to watch my new special, Teacher, on Netflix.
I like how you did that.
See, I was telling you that. The news did nothing the next day after Grush. Barely even a schmigum. It's a new word. We're going to create words here. It's a schmigum of evidence. And I think with this inclusion of AI, there should be warning labels put on anything somebody makes AI. I saw this on the Black Vault on Facebook, which I rarely peruse. But do you guys, this is going to go back a few years. Do you remember the jetpack man flying by the LAX a couple of years ago in January, February time? Here it is. Let's bring back a little nostalgia for you when we were just in the throes of UFOs every single night. On TV, I should say. It's not playing, I know. And it's still not playing. There we go. No sound? Remember that balloon? Put that over it. Is that a blob or a blur? Are they blurring it out? Oh, that's a balloon. Okay. Yeah. That was the jetpack. John Greenwald posted that from the Black Vault. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Dreams. Yeah, here we go. Based on his profile on the Goof on YouTube channel, Rich Giordano has over 21 years experience, 22. He has been a boots on the ground researcher, radio personality, boop-ba-doop-ba-dee. Technical expert. He specialized in debunking techniques for UFO videos and utilized body language analysis to evaluate stories and claims. That's what I said in the intro. In the about section. He has produced over yeah, that's gay. That's totally gay. Let's start a new one. What's Goofon's channel focus? And then I'm gonna pull up the streaming thing here. A YouTube channel and podcast hosted by me, a UFO and paranormal researcher, blah, blah, blah. Oh, all they did was just take what I said. All this is just from my about section. That's every word. They just turned it into four paragraphs with subtitles and all this stuff. The channel is described as a serious show with a slice of comedy. That's exactly what I put in there, you schmohawk. Stupid Gemini. All right, dreams. Look at this. Sharing. What does this mean? 8228 goof on. Oh my God, I could share this with you? I don't understand. Let me see something here if this works. If you got, I don't know if this puts it in the chat. Or what? Nah, it won't let me. Let's do this. 8. All right, I'll do it later. I'll try something here. What is the percentage of people who dream in do it? Does everybody dream in color? Watch. No, of course not. Taking a look. While most people dream in color today, what? It is not a universal experience for everyone. Research indicates that dream coloration is often tied to age and exposure to black and white media. Oh, mostly people, roughly 80 to 80%, 88% report dreaming in color. 12% of people reporting dreaming entirely in black and white. Scientific studies involving waking participants during REM sleep suggest that color might be present in nearly 83% of dreams, though people may not always remember the colors once they wake up. The television effect. Well, 1940s, the era of black and white film, 75% of Americans claim they rarely saw color in their dreams. That's why today it's flipped. All right. Studies shown that people over the age of 55 who were exposed to black and white media. Up. I wasn't exposed to black and white, although I did have a black and white TV for two to 3 years in my bedroom. I rarely watched it. Why does this happen? Well, it's a cultural influence. Some researchers believe that before color TV, people used black and white media as a model for how to describe their internal mental images. Memory interpretation. Because dreams are difficult to remember, the brain may fill in the details based on the most common visual stimuli we consume, like movies and TV. How vivid or lucid dreams are significantly more likely to be reported as being in technicolor or having intense saturated colors. While dreaming in color is the standard for most people today, a small percentage, often influenced by their early media environment, still experience their dreams in grayscale. Is Dorothy here? Dorothy might still dream in black and white. Who's this? Moon at Noon X? How you doing? Welcome to Goof On. Bobberkins. How you doing? Good to see yous. Try describing a color without using another color or a colored object. You can't. It looks like an elephant. You can't do it. That's like telling a blind person at birth to describe a color. Yeah, not bad for Friday, Thor. You got that right. I'll take that. Sadly. That used to be our warm-up. What are you going to do? We'll make it there someday. Maybe in 5 years. Still going. Not going to stop. But dreaming, everybody does it. Not one. Let's ask Gemini. Does everybody dream? Everybody dreams. Check it out. Let's try it. Does everyone dream? Analysis. Scientific consensus suggests that nearly everyone dreams every single night. While many people believe they do not dream, research in sleep laboratories consistently shows that even non-dreamers exhibit dreamlike behavior or report dreams when awakened directly from REM sleep. Here's a breakdown of why dreaming is universal, even if memory of it is not. Dreaming versus remembering. The 95% rule. Most people forget up to 95% of their dreams within minutes of waking up. I believe that. Memory encoding. The brain's frontal lobes, which are responsible for memory formation, are relatively inactive during REM sleep stage, where most dreaming occurs. I did not know that. Dreams happen where you know why it's set up that way? That's a cruel joke on the gods. To cut that off while we're dreaming. That's mean. Right? Imagine if we could remember the other 95% of our dreams. What would we know? What would we learn? I was going to say, what would we know? That's why they give us just 5% or less, or nothing at all. See, I don't know if we're supposed to remember dreams. If that cuts off the sensory area for the memory formation. Wow. See, that tells me we are programmed, not evolved. That scares the shit out of me. If we remembered our dreams, I wonder what we would know. Would we know secrets? Would we get information from the other side? Like, hey, you're just dreaming. You won't remember this, but we're still here. We're waiting for you to fill out that human experience. Come on home, Rich. You only got 25 years to go. What if we remembered all that in our information? All that's up there. You just can't remember it. Oh, I'm so angry. Non-dreamers, about 6 to 16% of people report never or rarely remembering their dreams. However, when these individuals are woken up during their REM sleep, which is REM, rapid eye movement, in a lab setting, they report dreaming 80 to 90% of the time. So everybody dreams. Why do some people forget more? Sleep fragmentation. People who wake up more frequently during the night tend to remember their dreams better because the brief periods of wakefulness allow the brain to encode the dream into long-term memory. Substance use. Alcohol and other certain medications like antidepressants can suppress REM sleep, leading to fewer dreams or a total lack of recall. Stress, health, conditions like sleep apnea, insomnia, or high stress can disrupt the sleep cycles necessary for vivid dreaming and recall. I don't sleep like I used to, that's for damn sure. Brain structure. Research has found out that frequent dream recallers often have higher activity or density of specific brain regions like the medial prefrontal cortex and the temporal parietal junction. Your mother's ass with these words. Anyway, you could have brain lesions. Maybe that could be a problem, or medication could cut off your memory of dreams. I know. Tell me something I freaking Gemini. Bastard. I like it. Drugs. If you stop doing that weed, every time go to the hospital, do you smoke weed? Why? You shouldn't do it. Oh, we shouldn't chew gum either, but we're doing it. Huh? Yeah. Hey, Richie Gray. $5. What's this? Thank you very much, Richie G. Hey, that's me. I'm Richie G. Billy Joel, one song. We all have a dream. Let's all get together with the big guy in the room. Really? Hold on a second. Oh, everyone has a dream. You're right. Let's see what it sounds like. That's this song? Oh, that's such a good song. I love Billy Joel. Good album, by the way. Hold on. We don't get monetized here, so.
World in which I live, I search everywhere for some new inspiration. but it's more than cold reality can give.
Nice. Billy Joel's freaking awesome. Thank you, Richie Gray. All right, that's it for tonight. We're going to get out of here. I hope you guys dream big tonight. Dream of a big dream. Dream, whatever you want. You know what makes you dream? I can give you a little hint. And it'll help you get to sleep. When you close your eyes, play out a fantasy. I don't care what it is. And when you're doing your fantasy, do it every piece of the way. Don't skip forward. Don't go, just tie me up. No, get how you walked over, you met the person, you guys got engaged, you know, you're looking in each other's eyes, the music, the smell, the lights, everything. Get the mood going. And your mother, something's in my throat. You know what I mean? Thoughts create things, and they also create things in your head. So try that on for size. All right, we'll be back on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night and the weekend. As tomorrow here in Florida, it's going to be very, very windy. So you'll see some video of that, I'm sure. Take care, everybody. Be safe, because if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. That's what you understand? You understand? Billy Joel said it best. What? I'm going to listen to that song. Have a good night, everybody. Alien blessed. Wait. Good night, moderators, super chatters, newcomers, and veterans, for making this an enjoyable evening. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I knew I was forgetting something. We'll see you guys. Alien Blood.